Medieval monasteries. History for sleep and bedtime stories from the Middle Ages. Let us begin our journey. Close your eyes and let your breath settle, slow and steady. Imagine yourself relaxing on a comfortable bed, wrapped in soft blankets, the room immersed in the gentle darkness of late night. The noises of the outside world gradually fade, giving way to the stillness encompassing the space. Sleep is calling you, gently and patiently. Tonight, we will not go far, no need to rush. Instead, we will embark on a slow, peaceful journey into a distant era, a world built on the principles of peace and contemplation. We will visit a place where time seems to move slower, where silence is not a rarity but an essential part of life. We will journey to the Middle Ages and explore ancient monasteries. You can feel a light, cool breeze gently touching your skin. It is not the night wind from your window, but the wind of thousands of years ago, carrying the scent of damp earth, of trees, and of ancient stones. We are beginning our journey. Breathe deeply, very deeply, and feel the relaxation spreading throughout your body. We are standing on a soft, grassy path. The path winds gently through a sparse forest, where ancient trees rise majestically, their branches intertwining to form a deep green canopy. A faint crescent moonbeam filters through the leaves, casting shimmering silver streaks on the ground. There are no sounds of vehicles, no ringing phones. Only the very soft rustle of leaves, the murmuring of night insects like a natural symphony lulling you to sleep. Now we pass through the rows of trees. You can see ahead, faintly through the night mist, dark stone walls rising high, majestic yet utterly tranquil. This is a medieval monastery where people chose a different life, a life separated from the noise and chaos of the outside world. This is where they sought peace, a deep connection with their souls and with the divine. As we draw closer, you can smell the damp stone, mingled with the faint scent of old wood and a hint of charcoal smoke. It is the smell of time, of history. The large, dark oak gate appears before us, slightly ajar, silently inviting. We do not need to knock. This is a place of silent welcome, where every step carries reverence and a promise of tranquility. We gently push the gate open and step inside. The cobblestone path is cool beneath your feet, but you can feel a warmer, gentler air surrounding you. We are within the monastery grounds. The towering walls protect this place from all distractions, creating an oasis of serenity amidst the turbulent world of the Middle Ages. You can imagine an outside world filled with wars, plagues, and major events, but here, within these walls, everything seems to slow down, preserved by an eternal rhythm. You can hear a gentle bell ringing in the distance, not an alarm clock, but the bell for night prayers, a sound echoing through the stone corridors, reminding of an unending schedule of devotion. The bell carries a strange comfort, a sense of order and eternity. It is not hurried, not urgent. It simply exists. We pass through a wide courtyard surrounded by arched cloisters. This is the main cloister, the heart of the monastery. You can see sturdy stone columns rising, supporting the softly curved arches. The air here is exceptionally fresh, cool, and completely silent. Moonlight shines through the arches, creating beautiful patterns of light and shadow on the stone floor. Imagine yourself walking on the smooth, worn flagstones, polished over centuries by countless steps of monks. Each step is light, noiseless. Each breath is deep. You do not need to think about anything. Just feel the peace encompassing you. In the center of the main cloister, you can see a small, carefully tended garden. The herb beds are neatly arranged, their scents wafting through the air, the gentle smell of lavender, the fresh scent of rosemary, and a hint of pungent mugwort. Even at night, you can feel life stirring from the earth. Dew drops cling to the leaves, sparkling under the faint moonlight like tiny jewels. Pause for a moment here. Breathe deeply the scent of the garden. Feel the purity of the air. Your entire body is relaxing. Stress gradually fades away. You no longer think about the worries of yesterday or the plans for tomorrow. There is only the present moment, this moment of absolute peace. We continue walking, gently circling the main cloister. Each turn is a new discovery of stillness. You can feel the solidity of the stone walls, built to stand for thousands of years, to protect this peace. We are passing a heavy wooden door leading into the library. The light from within is dim, warm, filtering through the crack in the door. You can imagine a monk diligently working, transcribing ancient scriptures, or copying valuable books by candlelight. The rustle of parchment and the scratching of a quill are the only sounds breaking the silence of the room. But it is a comforting sound, a sound of knowledge and dedication. We will not disturb them. We simply pass by, respecting their tranquility. As we continue our journey through the long corridor, you can hear the night wind gently whistling through small crevices in the stone walls, creating a melodious sound, almost a whisper. It is the voice of history, whispering stories of the people who once lived and prayed here. Those stories have now become a part of the air, of the walls, of this very stillness. Let the wind, your breath, and the rhythm of this story intertwine. Your body is sinking deeper into relaxation. Every muscle is loosening. Sleep is pulling you in. Do not resist. Just let yourself go. We are concluding the first segment of our journey. You have entered the world of the medieval monastery, feeling the stillness and peace encompassing you. This is the foundation for our journey. The night is long, and there are many more wonders waiting for you to discover in your sleep. Take one last deep breath, letting all the day's worries dissolve. You are safe. You are at peace. Sleep is embracing you. As we delve deeper into the world of the medieval monastery, night gradually transforms. You are still floating in this peaceful space, feeling the pervasive stillness. From a distance, a faint light begins to seep through the tall arched windows. These are the first rays of dawn, gently waking the monastery after a long night of contemplation. You can feel the air temperature change ever so slightly, no longer the biting cold of night, but instead a warmth that gradually spreads. The scent of damp earth and morning greenery becomes clearer, blending with the lingering hint of incense from the night prayers. Take a deep breath, letting the scent fill your lungs, bringing refreshment and a deep sense of peace. The bells ring again, this time not the night prayer bell, but the bell signaling lauds, the first prayer service of the day, held just before sunrise. The sound is unhurried, steady, echoing through the stone corridors, like a gentle invitation rather than an urging. You can imagine the monks from their simple sleeping quarters, quietly waking, donning their plain robes, and walking in silence towards the chapel. We follow them. The monastery corridors, which were immersed in darkness last night, are now lit by flickering candlelight and faint sunbeams beginning to filter through the stained glass windows. The light creates ethereal streaks of blue, red, and yellow on the stone floor, forming a serene and solemn scene. You can hear the soft footsteps of the monks on the cold stone floor, a sound almost non-existent, just a very gentle rustle of their robes. As we step into the chapel, a sense of solemnity envelops the space. The air is cool, and the scent of incense is stronger. You can see long wooden benches neatly arranged, facing each other. The monks are seated, backs straight, eyes looking forward, ready for prayer. Their voices rise, blending together in Gregorian chants, deep and steady. It is a pure, unadulterated sound, requiring no instruments, only human voices harmonizing, echoing in the high-vaulted space of the chapel. You don't need to understand the lyrics, just let the sound fill your mind, washing away all thoughts. The repetition, the steady rhythm of the chants, has a strange lulling power. It doesn't demand attention, but instead, it invites you to relax, letting your mind drift with each note. You can feel the vibration of the sound in the air, like a wave of peace caressing your soul. After the prayer service, we gently leave the chapel again, following the flow of monastic life. The sun is a little higher now, the daylight clearer. We pass by the Scriptorium, where monks spend hours transcribing precious manuscripts by hand. You can imagine them sitting on wooden stools, backs slightly hunched, hands carefully holding quill pens, meticulously inscribing each letter on parchment. The scratching sound of the pen, the rustle of old book pages, and the faint scent of fresh ink fill the air. It is a sound of patience, of knowledge preserved through centuries. Now, we go out into the monastery garden once more. The morning sunlight makes the night dewdrops sparkle like diamonds on the grass blades. You can see a few monks tending to the herb garden, carefully bending to weed or watering the plants. The gentle sound of a spade hitting the earth, the gurgle of water from a spout, and the buzzing of bees fluttering around small flowers. The scent of herbs in the morning sun becomes stronger, carrying freshness and purity. We pass through the monastery kitchen. The aroma of freshly baked bread, the warm smell of vegetable soup permeates the air. You can imagine the monks preparing simple meals for the entire community. The gentle clatter of knives and cutting boards, the simmering of water in pots, and the whispered conversations of those at work. These are the sounds of nourishment, of daily life carried out with care and mindfulness. Then comes breakfast, usually held in the refectory. You can imagine the monks sitting silently on long benches, enjoying their modest meal. The faint clink of spoons against bowls, soft chewing sounds, and the only sound breaking the silence is often the voice of a monk reading scripture or a sacred text from a high pulpit. Even during meals, contemplation is maintained, a habit that keeps the mind focused on higher things. You can feel the rhythm of monastic life. Everything has a schedule, a rule, a gentle repetition. There is no rush, no anxiety about what to do next. Each moment is lived fully in silence and awareness. This is a world where stability and order are guiding principles. As the sun climbs higher, you can feel its warmth on your skin. The air is fresh and still. You can hear the distant footsteps of a monk working in the craft workshop, perhaps a wood workshop with the gentle tapping of a chisel, or a weaving workshop with the very faint clatter of a loom. These sounds are not distracting. Rather, they form a symphony of peaceful labor. Let your mind float through these details. No need to try and grasp them. Just let them drift like clouds in the blue sky. You are here, in the safety of this monastery. All tension is dissolving. All worries are being washed away. You can imagine the quiet diligence of these people, dedicating their lives to a greater purpose. Their lives are an example of simplicity, of connection with nature, and of the search for deeper meaning. As we close this segment, feel the peace that the monastery's daily rhythm brings. From the dawn bells to the gentle sounds of labor, everything contributes to a perfectly relaxing space for you to sink deeper into sleep. Let this regularity lull you. You are in a safe place where time passes slowly and sleep is comforting you. Relax, completely relax. As dawn has passed and the sun rises higher, you can feel the gentle warmth of the midday sun filling the monastery. Golden light bathes the flagstones, highlighting every detail of the ancient architecture. The air becomes quieter than ever, a profound stillness that you would be hard-pressed to find in the outside world. This is the time when the monastery sinks into its rhythm of contemplation and silent labor. You can feel the encompassing peace. The bells have fallen silent. The prayers have also subsided. Instead, you listen to the gentle sounds of daily life, blending into the space like a symphony of tranquility. You can hear the wind gently caressing the trees in the monastery garden, the rustling leaves like whispers. Occasionally, there's the chirping of a bird from a high branch, a cheerful sound that nonetheless does not break the peace. We pass through the monastery's workshops. You can imagine the monks diligently working, each with a task, all carried out with care and devotion. This is not just work for livelihood. It is a part of prayer, a form of contemplation through labor. You can hear the very soft tapping of a chisel from the carpentry workshop, a steady, rhythmic sound. Each stroke is performed with intense concentration, transforming rough logs into furniture, sacred objects, or everyday utensils. The faint smell of fresh wood wafts through the air, carrying rawness and authenticity. Next, we approach the weaving workshop. You can hear the very gentle clatter of the loom, a repetitive sound with a strangely lulling effect. Woolen threads are woven into fabric, into robes for the monks, or floor coverings. Each thread is meticulously interwoven, symbolizing patience and perseverance. Let that clattering sound fill your mind, washing away all thoughts. It is unhurried, undemanding, simply present, a steady rhythm of silent creation. You can feel the crisp, cool air even as the midday sun shines brightly. The monastery's thick stone walls help keep the interior comfortable. You don't need to think about anything. Just let your body relax, little by little, sinking deeper into tranquility. We are now passing through the larger garden area. This is where the monks grow vegetables and grains for self-sufficiency. You can see neat rows of lush green vegetables stretching out. Monks are bending over their work, weeding, tilling the soil, or harvesting. The gentle sound of a spade touching the earth, the trickling of water as plants are watered, and the very natural smell of fresh soil. The fragrance of green vegetables and fresh herbs blends in the air, carrying the purity of nature. Imagine yourself walking barefoot on the soft earth in the garden. Feel the coolness of the soil, the softness of the grass beneath your feet. Each step is light, noiseless. You are connecting with the rhythm of nature, of growth and development. This is a peaceful, profound connection that helps your soul relax. Occasionally, you might hear the very soft whispered conversations of the monks as they work together, but it is not noisy chatter. These are necessary exchanges, carried out with mindfulness and respect for the general silence. Even voices become a part of the peace. As we delve deeper into the garden, you can see a small path leading to a tiny stream flowing through the monastery grounds. The sound of the water flowing is gentle, soothing, steady. The clear water reflects the sunlight, creating shimmering spots of light on the surface. You can sit down by the stream, breathe deeply, and let the sound of the flowing water wash away all thoughts. This is a perfect lullaby, a natural symphony of serenity. Let your mind drift with the current. Feel the gentleness of the flow. All worries, all tension are carried away by the water. You don't need to do anything. Just be present in this moment, in the stillness of the monastery. Midday is usually the time for the main meal. We return to the refectory. The atmosphere is now quieter, more solemn. The monks have gathered, sitting opposite each other on long benches. The meal is simple but nutritious. Bread made from self-grown wheat, vegetable soup, and sometimes fish. The very faint clink of spoons against bowls, soft chewing sounds, and the only permissible sound is often the voice of a monk reading scripture from a high pulpit. The reading is steady, neither fast nor slow, helping the mind maintain focus on the sacred even during meals. The discipline at meals is not a burden, but a way to nourish the soul, to turn eating into an act of contemplation. You can feel the peace and self-control in each of their actions. This is a lesson in moderation and gratitude. As you listen to these sounds, let your body completely relax. Every muscle is softening. Your breathing is steady. Sleep is calling. We are concluding our midday at the monastery. You have experienced the stillness of the workshops, the peace of the garden, and the solemnity of the meal. Every activity is carried out with care and devotion, creating a rhythm of life that is profoundly relaxing and meaningful. Take a deep breath, feeling safe and peaceful. Sleep is embracing you, gently and patiently. You are drifting into a place where there is only stillness and soothing historical stories. Let yourself go. As the midday sun gradually shifts to the gentle yellow of late afternoon, we enter the intellectual heart of the monastery, the scriptorium, the scripture, copying room. This is a special room, designed to receive as much natural light as possible, yet maintaining the coolness and stillness necessary for meticulous work. You can feel the air here is slightly different, as if it is heavy with centuries of thought and knowledge. As you step in, you can hear very faint sounds, almost imperceptible if you don't listen carefully. It's the gentle rustle of parchment beneath fingers, the soft brush of a quill against the paper's surface, and occasionally the delicate butterfly wing-like rustle of an old page turning. The scent of fresh ink, mingled with the smell of parchment and old wood, subtly pervades the characteristic aroma of places that preserve ancient knowledge. You can see monks hunched over large wooden tables, each dedicated to a task. Some are meticulously copying every word from a precious manuscript, their eyes intensely focused on each stroke of the pen. Others are carefully preparing parchment, making its surface smooth and suitable for writing. And still others are illuminating initial letters with intricate designs, using gold ink and vibrant colors, transforming each page into a work of art. Imagine yourself standing beside a working monk. You can see the candlelight or natural light illuminating the page, highlighting every curve of the script. Feel the boundless patience in their every movement. This is not merely work. It is a sacred mission. Every letter written, every page copied, is a step towards preserving knowledge, history, and faith for future generations. In the Middle Ages, before the invention of the printing press, every book was an invaluable treasure, created through sweat and devotion. Monasteries were fortresses of knowledge, where they not only copied the Bible, but also philosophical, medical, mathematical, and classical literary works from Greece and Rome. They rescued countless precious works from oblivion, ensuring that the torch of knowledge continued to burn during darker times. You can listen to the very faint whispers from the open books. It's not an actual voice, but the voice of history, of ancient thoughts being reborn through the hands of the monks. That voice is gentle, soft, unhurried. It invites you to slow down, to reflect on the value of knowledge and the resilience of the human spirit. As you observe them working, let your mind settle. You don't need to read or understand any of the words. Just feel the intense concentration, the tranquility in their work. The sound of the quill, the rustle of pages, and the pervasive stillness create a perfect space for your mind to rest. All your worries gradually fade, giving way to peace. Breathe deeply, very deeply. Feel the coolness of the air in the scriptorium and the scent of ancient knowledge embracing you. Your entire body is relaxing. Your eyelids might begin to feel heavy. You are sinking deeper into a state of relaxation. Perhaps you can imagine a monk completing an exquisite illumination. They are using inks made from minerals and plants, creating vibrant and jewel-like colors. Every tiny detail is meticulously drawn, from sparkling golden leaves to images of saints. It is a process that takes immense time and effort, but the result is a priceless work of art, not only visually beautiful but also imbued with deep spiritual meaning. As you listen to the gentle sounds of the scriptorium, let them guide you into a dream where knowledge is preserved in stillness. You don't need to learn or remember. Just feel safe and at peace. It is a place where haste does not exist, only the steady rhythm of dedication and discovery. Imagine yourself drifting past towering bookshelves, filled with hand-copied books. Even without touching them, you can feel their age, the weight of the knowledge they contain. These books are bridges between the past and the present, an invaluable legacy that the monks left for the world. They are a testament to their perseverance and their fervent belief in the power of the written word. The whisper of the wind outside the small window, the rustle of turning pages, and the pervasive stillness. That is all you need to hear. All worries are leaving you. You are completely relaxed. Sleep is pulling you in, gently and peacefully. As we leave the scriptorium, carry with you the feeling of peace and gratitude for those who silently preserved knowledge for humanity. You have experienced a part of a world where learning and contemplation were the essence of life. Let these images, these sounds, continue to lull you into deep sleep. You are safe, and sleep is comforting you. As the twilight begins to stretch across the stone walls, we gently leave the stillness of the scriptorium and enter another space of peace and knowledge, the monastery's herbal garden. This is not merely a garden, it is a living pharmacy, a lush green library where ancient knowledge of healing and nature is cultivated and preserved. You can feel the air here is fresher and cooler, carrying the gentle, complex scents of various plants. Fresh mint, relaxing lavender, warm rosemary, and a hint of damp earth after a sunny day. Take a deep breath, letting these scents fill your lungs, bringing refreshment and a sense of relaxation spreading throughout your body. We walk past neatly arranged plant beds, each plant carefully labeled. You can see monks working here, bending over to tend to each plant with meticulous care and devotion. The gentle sound of a spade touching the earth, the trickling of water as plants are watered, and the rustle of leaves as they caress the foliage. These are the sounds of life, of growth in harmony with nature. Imagine yourself gently running your fingers over the soft leaves of sage, feeling their texture. You might see small, white chamomile flowers blooming, or purple lavender branches exuding a fragrant scent. Every plant here has a purpose, a healing story passed down through generations. In the Middle Ages, medicine was still very rudimentary, and monasteries played the role of important medical centers. Monks, especially those known as herbalists, had extensive knowledge of medicinal plants. They knew how to prepare remedies from plants to treat various ailments, from fever and headaches to infected wounds. They recorded recipes, experimented, and improved them, turning the herbal garden into a living laboratory. You can listen to the gentle buzzing of bees hovering around the flowers, collecting nectar. It is a peaceful sound, symbolizing harmony in nature. The buzzing of bees is like a soft lullaby, helping your mind calm down. You don't need to think about anything. Just let the sound fill the space around you and feel the encompassing relaxation. Let your mind drift with the scent of the garden. The aroma of these herbs is not just a scent, but also a part of the healing therapy. They gently act on your senses, helping your body and mind relax deeper. You can imagine a monk meticulously picking fresh mint leaves, preparing to brew a hot cup of tea to soothe a cough, or another monk crushing plantain leaves to create a poultice for a wound. Every action is performed with care, compassion, and a deep understanding of nature's power. As you go deeper into the garden, you might see an area reserved for small fruit trees, like apples and pears, or juicy berry bushes. Birds chirp from the branches as if praising the garden's abundance. You can hear the wind gently swaying the branches, creating a steady, very soothing, rustling sound. Find a small stone bench hidden under a tree and sit down. Feel the coolness of the stone beneath your body. Breathe deeply. You are in a safe place, surrounded by the beauty and peace of nature. All tension is gradually dissolving. All worries are being washed away by the gentle scents and soothing sounds of the garden. You can imagine the patience of the monks as they waited for these plants to grow, caring for them through each season. It is a lesson in waiting, in trusting the laws of nature. Their lives were intertwined with the rhythm of the earth and sky, of growth and decay, of light and shadow. As the afternoon light softens even more, creating long, gentle shadows on the ground, the herbal garden becomes even more ethereal and romantic. You can feel a deep connection with the past, with the people who once believed in nature's healing power. They were guardians of knowledge, not just of scriptures, but also of life. Let your mind glide through these images. No need to try and hold on to them. Just let them drift like autumn leaves on a stream. You are here, in the safety of this monastery. All tension is dissolving. All worries are being washed away. We are concluding this segment, leaving the herbal garden. You have experienced the serenity of nature, the meticulous care, and the understanding of ancient healing arts. Let these scents, these sounds and images continue to lull you into deep sleep. You are safe, and sleep is comforting you. As the twilight gradually shifts to the faint purple of dusk and the gentle scents of the herb garden begin to settle, we quietly enter another space of the monastery, the chapter house. This is where the monks gather daily, not only for prayers or work, but also to share stories, reflections, and important community decisions. Although it is a place for communication, stillness and solemnity remain paramount. You can feel the air in the chapter house is slightly warmer than the stone corridors, thanks to the soft glow from a small fireplace in the corner, or perhaps the warmth emanating from the simple hand-woven rugs on the stone floor. The faint smell of dry firewood mingles with the scent of old wood and a hint of beeswax from the lit candles. Take a deep breath, letting these aromas fill your lungs, bringing comfort and a sense of security. We pass by long wooden benches arranged along the walls, facing each other. You can imagine the monks sitting here, backs straight, eyes contemplative, listening to the abbot read a passage of scripture or another monk recounting news from the outside world. Filtered of all noise and drama, this is where advice is given, conflicts are resolved with gentleness, and plans are laid out in harmony. Imagine yourself sitting on a wooden bench, feeling its solidity and coolness. You don't need to say anything, just listen. The conversations here are not loud. They are whispered exchanges, carefully considered whispers, spoken with respect and mindfulness. Every word carries weight, every sentence has a purpose. During private meetings, the monks might share personal experiences, their concerns, or what they have learned during the day. Stories are told calmly, without judgment. You might hear a very faint cough from a monk, or the gentle creak of a wooden bench as someone shifts their posture. These sounds do not break the stillness, rather, they create a symphony of presence. You can feel the flickering candlelight dancing on the stone walls, creating soft and fluid shadows. This gentle light helps your eyes relax, no need to strain. Let your eyes drift, observing these ethereal lights, and feel the peace spreading throughout your body. In the chapter house, monks might sometimes tell each other historical tales from distant lands or ancient folk legends passed down through oral tradition, but these stories are not for noisy entertainment. They are told in a subdued tone, didactic and contemplative, helping them understand more about the world and their place in the flow of time. Let the sound of my storytelling become one of those tales, gentle and soothing, lulling you to sleep. You don't need to follow every detail closely. Just let the sounds and images drift through your mind, like clouds in the night sky. All tension is gradually dissolving, giving way to profound peace. You can imagine their patience in listening, their focus on every word. It is a lesson in presence, in truly listening without being distracted by other thoughts. In the world of the monastery, listening is also a form of prayer, a way to connect with others and with truth. As we sink deeper into this peaceful room, you can feel safe and cozy. There are no threats here, only stillness, silent companionship, and stories told in the pure space. This is a place for your soul to rest, for your mind to completely relax. The candlelight gradually dims, creating deeper shadows that embrace you. The wind outside has completely stopped. Only absolute silence remains, occasionally broken by the very faint crackle of dry wood burning in the fireplace. That sound also becomes a part of the piece, a natural lullaby. You can imagine that the very stories told in this room, from thousands of years ago, have created a layer of peaceful energy, still lingering in the air, waiting to envelop you. All your worries are fading away. You are drifting into a place where there is only stillness and soothing historical tales. Sleep is pulling you in, gently and peacefully. We are concluding this segment, leaving the chapter house. You have experienced the stillness of communication, the peace of stories shared in the gentle darkness of an evening at the monastery. Let these images, these sounds, continue to lull you into deep sleep. You are safe, and sleep is comforting you. As night falls completely, enveloping the monastery in stillness, a warm light begins to emanate from the refectory. It is time for the monks to prepare for the last meal of the day, supper. This is a simple, frugal meal, yet sufficient to sustain their health and energy for the long hours of night prayer. You can feel the air change ever so subtly from the stillness of daytime labor to a warm, familiar intimacy of a communal meal. We gently follow the light and the guiding aromas, the warm scent of vegetable soup, the lingering fragrance of freshly baked bread, and a hint of homemade cheese waft through the air. These scents are not overwhelming, but gentle, inviting in a calm manner. Take a deep breath, letting these aromas fill your lungs, bringing comfort and a familiar sense of peace. As we step into the refectory, you can see the monks already seated on long benches, facing each other. The light from candles and oil lamps on the tables creates shimmering streaks, dancing on the stone walls. The atmosphere is warm and solemn. There is no noisy chatter. It is a meal in silence, a sacred ritual. You can hear the very faint clink of spoons against bowls, soft chewing sounds, and occasionally the gentle gurgle of water being poured into a cup from a ceramic pitcher. Every sound is kept to a minimum as part of the contemplation. The voice of a monk reading scripture or a sacred text from a high pulpit is the only sound allowed to resonate, steady and soothing. The reading is unhurried, unforced, simply present, a gentle rhythm lulling you into a deeper state of relaxation. Imagine yourself sitting with them, feeling the solidity of the wooden bench beneath you. You don't need to eat, nor do you need to speak. Just listen to the steady reading and the subtle sounds of the meal. All tension in your body is dissolving. All the day's worries are leaving your mind. You are completely relaxed, sinking deeper into the peace of the monastery. In the Middle Ages, meals were not just about nourishment. For the monks, it was an act of gratitude and humility. Every bite, every sip of water was received with awareness of its origin and blessing. The silence during meals helped them focus on the sacred meaning of food and on their connection with the community. You can feel the warmth emanating from the candles, from the fire in the fireplace if there is one. The warm air envelops you, creating a feeling of safety and comfort. You are sheltered from the noise and coldness of the outside world. This is a place where peace is found in the simplest actions, in the most ordinary moments of life. As the meal gradually concludes, the monks gently rise, clearing dishes in silence. The faint clatter of stacked trays, the soft footsteps on the stone floor. Every movement is performed with care, without unnecessary noise. This is a lesson in mindfulness in every action. After supper, there might be compline, the last prayer service of the day, held just before the monks retire to their sleeping quarters. We can follow them to the chapel once more. The atmosphere in the chapel is now even quieter than in the morning, enveloped in darkness and flickering candlelight. You can hear the chants rising, deeper and more profound than ever. The voices are soft, echoing in the high-vaulted space of the chapel like the last lullabies of a long day. This is a moment to reflect on what has passed, to give thanks, and to prepare for the night's sleep. Let that singing fill your mind, washing away any lingering thoughts. Feel the serenity of the music, the gentleness of the prayers. You don't need to understand, just feel. The sound is guiding you into the deepest state of relaxation, ready for sleep. When the prayer service ends, the monks gently leave the chapel, returning to their simple sleeping quarters. You can imagine each person lighting a small candle or relying on the moonlight filtering through a window. They prepare for rest, allowing their minds and bodies to recover after a long day of labor and contemplation. You are in a safe place where peace is the way of life, where all the worries of the outside world seem unable to reach you. All your muscles are relaxing. Your breathing is steady. Sleep is pulling you in, gently and peacefully. As we conclude this segment, carry with you the feeling of peace and stillness from supper and the final prayer. You've experienced the rhythm of monastic life until the very last moments of a day. Let these images, these sounds, continue to lull you into deep sleep. You are safe, and sleep is comforting you. As the final Compline prayer ends, and the candles in the chapel gradually dim, the monastery sinks into the deepest stillness of the night. This is the moment when each monk retreats to their small room, preparing for the night's sleep. You can feel the air here becoming lighter and purer than ever, as if all the worries of the day have been washed away, giving way to absolute peace. We gently glide through the silent corridors. Not a sound breaks the stillness. Each small window is dark, with only faint moonlight filtering in, casting silver streaks on the stone floor. You can imagine the monks safely in their own rooms, in their simple beds, preparing for rest. Imagine yourself entering a small room. The room is minimalist, a hard wooden bed with a straw or wool mattress, a small table, and a crucifix hanging on the wall. There are no distracting objects. Everything is designed to encourage contemplation and gratitude. You can feel the coolness of the air in the room, but the simple wool blankets are enough to keep you warm. The scent of old wood and a hint of dry fabric subtly pervade the air. Your own steady breathing is the only sound you hear, blending into the encompassing stillness. Lie down on this simple bed. Feel the solidity beneath your body. Don't try to seek luxurious comfort. Instead, seek peace and simplicity. Breathe deeply and steadily. Each inhale brings with it the peace of the monastery. Each exhale carries away any remaining tension in your body. Sleep in the monastery is not merely a physiological need. It is also a part of the spiritual journey. The monks believe that even in sleep, their souls remain connected with God and with the community. They place their faith in the protection of the night, in the rejuvenation that sleep brings. You can imagine each monk, before closing their eyes, offering a final prayer, a brief reflection on what has passed during the day. Then, they will completely let go, allowing their bodies and minds to sink into deep sleep. There are no worries about tomorrow, no regrets about yesterday. There is only the present moment of rest. In their dreams, perhaps they see familiar scenes of the monastery. Morning light shining through windows, the echoing sound of prayer bells, the lush green garden with its precious medicinal plants. Or perhaps they dream of sacred things, images of faith and eternal peace. These dreams are not distracting or frightening. They are dreams of stillness, of faith, and hope. Let my voice become the last whisper in your ear, guiding you into sleep. You are in a safe place, enveloped by the peace of centuries of contemplation. All sounds from the outside world have completely vanished. You only hear your own steady breathing and feel the gentle beat of your heart. Feel the warmth gradually spreading from within your body. Every muscle is softening, completely relaxed. Your mind is empty. No thought can disturb you. You are drifting on a peaceful river, without a destination, without haste. Night at the monastery is a tapestry of stillness and connection. Even when everyone is asleep, A peaceful energy still envelops the space. It is the energy of dedication, of faith, and of letting go. You are bathed in that energy. Imagine that your dreams will be just as peaceful. You will dream of serene gardens, silent corridors, flickering candlelight in the night. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to worry about. There is only absolute stillness and deep sleep. As you sink deeper into sleep, remember that you are a part of history, a part of the story of people who found peace in a simple and devoted life. You are experiencing the safety they found within the monastery walls. Night falls, and everything is peaceful. Your breath is deeper, slower. You are sinking into a deep sleep, a dreamless sleep, full of rest. Let go of everything. You are safe. You are at peace. Sleep has completely enveloped you. As night gradually releases its final veils, and the eastern sky begins to reveal streaks of silver gray, signaling a new day about to begin, you are still deeply immersed in peaceful sleep. From far, far away, you can feel the first sounds of early morning gently waking the monastery. These are not the hurried noises of the modern world, but ancient, steady sounds, blending into the rhythm of the earth and sky. You can feel a very subtle change in the air, no longer the biting cold of deep night, but instead a light, cool breeze carrying the dampness of early morning dew. The scent of earth, of plants, and a hint of damp wood from the monastery walls become clearer, pure, and fresh. Take a deep breath, letting these aromas fill your lungs, bringing refreshment and a deep sense of peace. The bells ring again, this time signaling matins, the first prayer service of the day, taking place in the very early hours, while darkness still prevails. The sound echoes through the stone corridors, penetrating the simple sleeping quarters, unhurried, unforced, but like a gentle invitation. The steady ringing bell has a strange lulling power, helping your mind sink deeper into that liminal state between reality and dream. You can imagine the monks gently waking from sleep, without alarm clocks, simply by the rhythm of the familiar bells. They put on their simple robes, walking softly on the cold flagstones, heading towards the chapel. Their footsteps generate almost no sound, just a very gentle presence in the silent space of the monastery. As we step into the chapel, the air is cool and solemn. Only flickering candlelight and the faint rays of the waning moon or morning star filter through the high windows. The monks are already seated, beginning their prayers with deep and steady Gregorian chants. Their voices blend together, echoing in the high vaulted space of the chapel, creating a pure symphony of stillness. You don't need to understand the lyrics. Just let the sound fill your mind, washing away all thoughts. The repetition, the steady rhythm of the chants, has a strange lulling power. It doesn't demand attention, but instead it invites you to relax, letting your mind drift with each note, each resonating sound. You can feel the vibration of the sound in the air, like a wave of peace caressing your soul. Let your body sink deeper into a state of rest. Every muscle is softening, completely relaxed. Your mind is empty. No thought can disturb you. You are drifting on a peaceful river, without a destination, without haste. As the prayer service gradually ends, the monastery space begins to receive the first signs of a truly new day. From a distance, you can hear the faint crow of a rooster from a nearby farm, a rustic and familiar sound of medieval rural life. Then comes the chirping of birds, small birds beginning to awaken the monastery garden with their cheerful melodies. The distinctive scent of early morning dew mingled with the smell of damp earth and the gentle fragrance of freshly opened flowers in the herb garden. You can imagine the night dewdrops sparkling like diamonds on the grass blades, reflecting the faint light of dawn. These are the sounds and scents of rebirth, of a peaceful new beginning. The gentle trickling of water from a small stream or from a faucet in the garden also becomes clearer, creating a natural symphony of serenity. The steady, continuous flow of water has a strange lulling effect, helping your mind completely relax. You can imagine the first rays of the sun beginning to filter through the windows, casting orange-gold streaks on the stone walls. The light is gentle, not glaring, slowly illuminating the space, yet maintaining the stillness and solemnity of the monastery. This is the moment when the world within the monastery and the world outside begin to reconnect, but still according to their own rhythm, slow and conscious. There is no noise or haste. Everything unfolds naturally, in harmony with the cycle of day and night. Let your mind glide through these images. No need to try and hold on to them. Just let them drift like clouds in the blue sky. You are here, in the safety of this monastery. All tension is dissolving. All worries are being washed away. You are sinking deeper into sleep. The sounds of early morning, the prayer bells, the chirping birds, the flowing water, all are embracing you, lulling you into a peaceful dream. Sleep has completely enveloped you. As the first rays of the sun illuminate the entire monastery and the sounds of a new day become clearer, you are still deeply immersed in a state of absolute relaxation. Together, we have journeyed through a day and a night at a medieval monastery, experiencing its gentle rhythm of life, its profound stillness, and historical tales woven from peace. Now, our journey is drawing to a close, leaving within your mind a sense of serenity and complete rest. You can feel the warmth of the morning sun on your skin, even as you are safely nestled in your warm blankets. The scent of the early morning air, the purity of the monastic environment, all blend to create a gentle symphony, guiding you into deeper sleep. The bells have rung their final notes of matins, now only a distant echo, like a last whisper from the past. Let these images drift through your mind one last time. The towering, steadfast stone walls, where time seems to stand still. The silent corridors, where only soft footsteps and whispering winds can be heard. The lush herbal garden, where the sense of nature and ancient knowledge intertwine, and the meticulously hand-copied books in the scriptorium, where knowledge was preserved for centuries. Every small detail in the lives of the monks, from silent meals and dedicated craftsmanship to regular prayers, all contributed to a meaningful and peaceful rhythm of life. They found tranquility in simplicity, in their connection to a higher purpose and to their community. Their lives are a testament to the power of contemplation and faith, a lesson in finding peace even in turbulent times. You don't need to remember every detail of the story. Our purpose is not to memorize history, but to allow your mind to wander freely in a safe space, letting these soothing historical tales lull you to sleep. Let the sounds of distant bells, rustling leaves, trickling water, and the whispers of prayers become the soundtrack to your dreams. Your body is now completely relaxed. Every muscle is soft, without a trace of tension. Your breathing is deep and steady, rising and falling like the tide. Your mind is empty, free from worries or thoughts. You are sinking into a state of profound stillness, a dreamless sleep, full of rest and rejuvenation. Imagine yourself floating in this peaceful space, like a small leaf gently drifting on the still surface of a lake. You are enveloped by the peace of the monastery, by the safety of the ancient stone walls. Nothing can disturb your sleep. You have let go of everything. The story of the medieval monasteries is a reminder that, even in times of chaos and challenge, people can still find oases of peace and purpose. They built sanctuaries not only for the body but also for the soul, places where stillness was valued above all else. As you sink deeper into sleep, carry this feeling of serenity with you. Feel the profound peace from the stories of a bygone world, where the rhythm of life was governed by bells and natural light. You are safe. You are at peace. Sleep has completely enveloped you, cradling you in the stillness of the night. Allow yourself to drift into the realm of dreams, where lush green fields stretch out, winding rivers flow gently, and ancient monasteries stand tall beneath a star-filled sky. It is a world without noise, without haste, only endless peace waiting for you in your dreams. Let go of everything. You are safe. You are at peace. Sleep has completely enveloped you.